Audio Introduction. The Ascension Series, Morag Skelton. Morag Skelton is a Scottish climber, skier and artist. She was born deaf and as a baby had an operation to have a cochlear implant fitted in her left ear. Morag's deafness gives her a unique experience, which this film explores through her relationship with the outdoors, her climbing, and her life as a deaf woman. It also attempts to understand what it's like to be a deaf person in the outdoors, and how having a cochlear implant might alter someone's experience of spending time in the mountains. Now, to help inspire and support other deaf people in the outdoors, Morag is taking climbing instructor qualifications. Morag is a white woman in her early 30s. She has pale skin with light freckles and blue eyes. Her ginger hair is long and wavy, and she wears it in plaits. She is 5 foot tall and has a slim, athletic build. Briefly in the film is her dog Isla, who joins her as she runs the local trails. Morag is interviewed at her home in the West Highlands of Scotland. She is shown running trails through the forest of Glen Roy and sitting at a climbing wall. For much of the film, she is winter climbing on a sheer mountain face in the Cairn Gorms. It is covered in snow and ice, and the climbing is extreme. She is roped up to her climbing partner and uses an ice axe to ascend. She wears a helmet, mountaineering boots, and heavy-duty jacket and trousers in bright red and black. End of audio introduction.
I do sometimes dream about climbing.
Snow and ice-covered mountains. Morag climbing in a blizzard. Berghaus presents a Cold House film. The Ascension Series, Morag Skelton.
It's a really different world climbing, and you can't hear the sound of the wind. It's just me on the wall. Hi, I'm Morag. I'm a keen climber, skier and artist. Oh, and I'm deaf. I forgot I'm deaf, yeah.
A digital clock reads 5:29. Morag takes something from a box and fits it behind her ear.
It was till summer before my first birthday. My parents noticed that I wasn't really responding to any sound, so I had an operation.
Baby Morag.
But I do not remember being switched on, but I seemed to be a really happy baby. And they started to learn some British Sign Language so they can communicate with me. So I was actually at the back of my mum's bike on the baby seat at 6 months old.
Family photos.
We just explore all over Scotland. Now when I look back, I'm really glad that parents took me out. It's such a rewarding childhood experience.
Morag running along forest trails.
The outdoors is great, especially for your mental health. And you don't normally rely on people. Like if you want to travel in the city, you have to rely on talking to people, like talking to your bus driver, talking to the shop or cafe. But going in the outdoors, that just new is really simple.
From above, Morag and her dog running. At home.
When I first had cochlear implant, I used to have to wear a big box and then lead up to my... There's actually a magnet inside my head. Technology changed massively over 30 years.
She removes the implant.
So basically, that's the implant. So it's actually really small. So that sits on my ears and that's attached to my head. So you have to watch out. If you get too close to the metal, like radiators or a metal pipe, this thing just popped out. So it can be like, whoop.
At night, Morag and her climbing partner, in mountaineering gear, carrying backpacks and wearing head torches, hike through the snow.
I don't really know how much I can hear.
Early morning, hiking high in the mountains.
Obviously, I never hear what hearing people hear. But I still go down once a year for a program recheck.
At home, Morag fits her cochlear implant.
When you do the test, You listen to a beep. You get different tones, so something a really high sound, or get really low sound. And then all different tones, and then they blend it, so that's what I hear.
From above, Morag is seen ascending the steep, snow-covered wall. Close up as she taps her ice axe into the wall, she feels for grip in mountaineering boots fitted with crampons. Low cloud shrouds the peak. Morag looks up to her next position.
When I'm on the steep walls, all my mind doesn't disappear. All I think is about my next moves and next gear placement. But then I'm just always curious why I never really see deaf people out in the outdoors. The outdoor world, it's not very physical, so all deaf people can do it, same as hearing people. However, the main barrier is the training. I'm actually going to do my mountaineering climbing instructor assessment this summer because there might be an opportunity for me to inspire more deaf people. They might get more interest into learning about a new sport, giving it a try. Make them realise that outdoors, it's for everyone.
By 2035, the RNID estimate there'll be around 14.2 million adults with hearing loss greater than 25 dBHL across the UK. We believe this should not limit anyone's access to enjoying and experiencing climbing the outdoors and wild spaces. If you're deaf or hard of hearing and want to learn how to get into climbing, we'll be running a dedicated course later in the year. To join, please contact us at accesscollective@berghaus.com.